Yo, what is up? It is your boy. Did not prepare an intro, but today we do have our interview with Danish producer slash artist OG Gryde, and that is not how you say his name, but I do not know how to pronounce his name. So, and I've tried. I really tried, and I just couldn't get it. So, we're gonna say that for now. In this interview here, we kind of learn and talk about overworking yourself, the stop of creative flows, and kind of just how life is as a producer slash artist from Denmark. So it's really cool stuff in here. You definitely want to be checking this out. If you are here, do not want you to like, subscribe, or whatever until you have watched slash listened to the entirety of the interview and you enjoyed yourself. You liked it. You feel me? You liked it. So I'm not gonna hold you here any longer. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it.
Yeah,
Right.
so we'll start with a little introduction. Just kind of tell us what's your name, where you're from, and what you do.
Yeah, so my real name is William. I'm from Denmark, uh, Northern EU, I'm 20 years old, l- just, doing my thing, working to pay for the bills, and yeah, I have a lot of like free time, so I'm, yeah, regular 20-year-old thing, playing Call of Duty and
Nice,
making beats. Yeah.
awesome. Oh yeah, that's great. So how did you grow up, and how did that lead you into making music?
Um, I've grown up with my parents being like married with a younger brother or older brother.
Mm,
And then like at 12, my parents got divorced. So been split through there. And then just like at 16, I just moved in with my mom like permanently. And yeah. But my dad's always been playing in like different bands. So always like when I was like 4, he was in charge of like a festival here in Denmark with some other guys, obviously. But he was
right.
like doing a lot of stuff with it. So yeah, that it's always just been in my life, like going to concerts with him and stuff like that, going to festivals with them, and you know, just listening to all different kinds of music since I was like, you know, since like I was born, like
Right.
listening to Queen in the car and uh, you know,
Yeah,
so
awesome.
like in that way, I've been really blessed, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Where did you get your artist name from, or your producer name? How did that? How did that? What's the story behind it?
Oh fuck. Yeah, so it's OG, like like original gangster, or like
Hmm.
which has now just been like original,
Right.
and then Gryde is Danish word for like bowl, because like my hair, like a bowl cut, that
Yeah.
in Danish is called Gryde. So it's annoying me really much now, where when I'm like trying to do mainly international stuff, because like no one can pronounce it except for like Danish people, and even my
Mm.
parents don't get it right. So
Got it.
like they don't get the English part right, but it came up like when I was 15 in like the last year in school in Denmark. Uh, I've had it for like 5 6 years now. And then it was like a meme, and
Yeah.
then I just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this. I made some typical 16-year-old rap music with about a life I definitely didn't have, like drinking all night and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
I then got actually, it backfired a lot. I've heard about
Okay.
it, and like every time I was at a party, I hate parties, like
Mm.
really hate parties. I don't belong there. Like I belong in my mom's basement, sitting at my computer,
Yeah.
doing my own thing, not at parties. So every time I was there, it's like, oh man, drink this, because like that was the songs, you know. But
Right.
yeah, so
That's
major
funny.
backfires.
All right, so I'll go with the next question, right? What are some collabs that you would like to do? Who are some artists that you would like to work with?
So yeah, I've obviously worked with like Golden Children lately, Spaghetti
Mm,
also. Uh, I mean, like obviously, like dreams would be like, you know, Post Malone, that
right.
like that type of thing. But it's not really the thing I'm going for. I'm moving more over to like, you know, instead of just like producing, I also want to like jump in on the vocal things. Uh,
Okay.
and I have already some collabs I'm doing at the moment, so we'll see.
Nice.
But yeah, like Post Malone is, if I can do that, I'll like, I don't care if I get sued out of everything, you know. I would live on the street for the rest of my life just knowing that I made it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. What is your creative process like? How do you come up with the beats, with that kind of stuff?
So like in the beginning, I just sat down and just like learned, watched a shit ton of YouTube. Like everyone, I think I'm like self-learned. I've learned everything just by myself. If there's a problem, Google it.
Right.
Like ask YouTube. They always know the answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, but now I feel more like I've tried a lot of things, so I just like I often sit down and then there's just like nothing coming out. I'm just like doing half an hour of chords and just like I've done this 16 times. It doesn't work with anything. So now I only make music when I either like have one specific or like an overall idea of like, oh, I want to make like a Lil Peep type thing,
Okay.
like more like a emo guitarish, you know.
Right.
So that's like I always sit down now at the table knowing exactly what I want, which
Mm,
makes it a lot easier because it's a lot like easier to realize this ain't it and just move on.
right. Yeah. Most definitely helps the process a little bit. Makes it a little quicker.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Awesome. What's the ultimate goal with the music?
I don't really have anything like enjoy it, I guess. Like
Mm,
I tried February last month. I tried going like full time because I didn't have any job or anything. Um,
right.
I tried to treat it as like a job, you know. No, like writing down start times, um, and stuff like that. And like 2 weeks, I was burned out, like really burned out. I had like 16 beats finished or something, and I was like, I was just at a point where like it didn't make sense anymore because I was either gonna stop there and for half a year without getting those beats used anyways, or like continue the rest of the month and going a year without anything, you know.
Mm,
So I just like I, I was too efficient, I guess.
yeah.
But my
That's
my goal, my yeah, I'm getting off tangents easily, so
it's all right.
yeah. But my goal is just to like enjoy it.
Mm,
Honestly, I don't care if I
that's
make
awesome.
millions, but I just want to enjoy it. And if I don't enjoy it, I don't want to be forced to do it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like Brigady is saying now,
Mm-hmm.
when you force yourself, like I did, when you force yourself to sit down every day, have a routine. Like I went on a walk every day for like 40 minutes. Um, it was the winter time, which is obviously like ice and snow and
Yeah.
ice cold, but it gives you like a nice boost to the day. Go home, sit down, treat it as a job, force yourself to make like X amount of beats or make music for X amount of time, or in this space I want to make like something at least. When you do that, you are not creative. Like your brain shuts down. You're not happy with anything. You just go into complete work mode. Like when you're stuck at work, you have nothing to do, and you just sit there hating your life, wanting to be somewhere else. Like that type of feel I get, and I really don't want to get that. So even if I once hopefully see millions rolling in, I would probably still only be making max 10 hours a month of music, because anything more than that is excessive. Like I have so many more hobbies I can do, which I can grind like that
Right.
without it like affecting my music. But I just, maybe I'll never make it big, but at least I'll still be enjoying it, instead
Right.
of
Exactly.
being rich and famous and miserable.
Why do music in the first place? Why not something else?
I mean, I already do so much else. Like I, it's mainly games, but still, when you have the amount of time I have, you play a lot of games because you need to fill in the space. But
Right.
yeah, I play like European football, like soccer.
Yeah.
I'm injured right now, so I can't really play, and COVID's looking to lock down the first start of like when it's not frosty and snowy outside. So
Oh snap.
yeah, but I mean, I've just always enjoyed music because of my dad. I got a bass guitar from him with like an amp to it sometime at Christmas, I think, and started playing that, and enjoyed it. But like any kid, I moved on.
Right.
And then I was in Holland on vacation, and I started seeing on YouTube some like how Martin Garrix made animals. I think it was in a Dutch TV show, um, where he kind of like went over it, and I just like, that's interesting, and I just started watching more of them. The algorithm, so it like I kept getting more and more, and I just like I want to do that when I get home, and I just
Okay.
did, and never stopped.
Nice. Nice. Oh yeah. And so, on the topic then of video games, what other what are some of the games besides Call of Duty which you mentioned
Oh
do you
damn.
enjoy playing?
I play a lot of FIFA. I'm not sure, it's not
Mhm.
really big in America, but yeah, I played that and Call of Duty at the time. I have played a shitload of Fortnite, like back in the OG season 1
Yeah. Same. Same.
days. Yeah, but then the building kits started moving in, and I couldn't keep up.
Yep.
So I went back to my first person shooters.
That's funny.
I mean, like I play like farming simulator even. It's super nerdy and like super weird when you say it, but it's just so relaxing, and it's like, oh, there's another task to do, and you just kind of move on, and the hours just roll away. There's no like
Right.
toxic players. It's just
Mhm.
like enjoyable, to be honest. You just sit down and you know
Yeah,
chill.
yeah, and
I
just
guess.
enjoy it, relax.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I've played that a lot when there's not like a new game out. I've played and I know I said shitload before with Fortnite, but
Hmm.
the F1 series, like I had to find like extra communities outside of the lobbies inside, because it's it just wasn't good enough like players otherwise.
Mm.
So yeah. So mainly like on lately F1, FIFA, and like Call of Duty, I think.
So what are some things you do to get out of a creative block that you might have?
Yeah, I'm always in a blog of some time, or of some
Mm.
type. Um, but I like download new VSTs. Look up like things works for you, you know, like most of the time you already know like what's gonna work for you, like what inspires you normally. So for me, that's like what's he called, like J Rent on YouTube. I don't know what it is, but his videos always just like takes me back to like some vibe, and I always like overcome the block, at least for that day, you know.
So what do you have planned, or not planned, but I would say, where do you want to be in 5 years, with the music, and then also personal, your personal life?
I mean, I really don't know. Like, yeah, but for real, I really don't. Right now, I like drive for Just Eat. So like basically, I'm a delivery kid. So
Mm,
for me, 5 years, I don't know. I could be CEO of some company. I could be taking my education. I could be, you know.
right.
So I could be like traveling the world, you know,
Yeah.
touring, doing music. But yeah, I really don't have a clue, to be honest.
Got you. Awesome. Awesome, man. Well, that pretty much concludes the general questions. Now, usually I do have 2 to 3 questions that are kind of more random, just to see what happens. So we'll go through those questions really quickly. So what is something that you didn't like, and then you tried it out and ended up enjoying it?
Oh fuck. um, I don't know. Actually, I've been like in a real bad place a couple years ago, and in Denmark we have a lovely like safety net for people like me in that position.
Okay.
But I had to do something to get like the money from
Mm,
the state, which was like go into like some training facility and like do like work out, you know, like 3 or 4 times a week, I think it was, which was really like anxiety provoking for me because I'm a very small guy,
mm,
and like muscle wise as well. So it's for me, it's always been like a big concern with like working out amongst other people's, because like how are they gonna look at me and stuff.
right.
But actually, like I really enjoyed it. Like if I could go back to that time and COVID didn't fuck me over a month in, yeah, I would
Mm.
definitely do it again.
So what do you enjoy most about your life right now?
I mean, it's all just kind of like rolling, has like at it has been for like a year almost.
Mm.
So like I think it's nice, but my sleeping schedule is majorly fucked up. Like it's
Yeah.
4:30 a.m. currently.
Is
Um,
Well, what was it?
yeah, 4:30 a.m.
4:30 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Jesus.
I just saw someone join I went to school with who is just woken up because he's gonna go to work now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I mean that's like the biggest change, I think. Otherwise, I think it's just going like, you know,
Right.
pretty, you know, it's fine. I guess my life is really not that exciting. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
That pretty much take care of all the questions. That's great. Well, I appreciate you coming on tonight, and yeah,
yeah.
I
Thanks for
didn't
having me, man.
know. Yeah, for sure. I did not know that this was 4:30 a.m. for you. So if I would have known that, I probably would have changed the time. But
Oh yeah, wouldn't really have made a difference for me though.
yeah,
Like I'm fine with it. This is prime time for me.
prime time. Jeez,
Yes, sir.
that's funny. Awesome,
Yeah,
man. Well, yeah, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time,
yeah.
and we'll definitely have to revisit later on. I'm definitely down to do
Let's
this
do it,
again.
man. Let's do
Awesome, man. I
it.
appreciate you, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you too, man.
Yo, thank you so much for making it this far into the interview. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna be leaving OG's stuff, so like social media links, music links, all that somewhere around here, so y'all can go mess with him. Y'all can go check him out. And yeah, you know, daily uploads, you feel me? If you like what you saw slash heard, you know, don't forget to do the liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. All right. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one because you feel me, daily uploads. Daily uploads. So I will be seeing you